Work Baker Mayfield's footwork. It just looks chalky. It doesn't look like he trusts in his instincts and his mechanics or whatever the case may be. And when I
Right.
and that's why I said yesterday when I was doing the broadcast, I don't want to be prisoner of the moment or anything because I knew if Nick Mullins came out and even looked halfway decent, there would be people coming out and saying, "Yo, we got to start Nick Mullins, start Nick Mullins over Baker Mayfield," and that's not the case because Baker Mayfield at the end of the day still gives you the best chance to win. I mean, it's sad to say our offense pretty much looked the same with Nick Mullins and doesn't say much for Baker, but we got to look at the positives. Baker's basically played one game in 1 month, so he's got plenty of time to heal up. Um, Baker Mayfield, when in rhythm and add confidence, is an above average quarterback. I'm not going to say he's elite. I'm not going to say he's great. At best, he's probably very good. But I think it would be foolish to sit here and say, yo, let's start Nick Mullins over Baker Mayfield. Like, let's not be prisoner of the moment. He did what he was supposed to do. He put us in opportunity to go win, and we couldn't bring it home.
I'm not going to sit here and do that. I listened to that all day today. I'm like, come on, guys. You got to understand the difference between a plug-and-play quarterback and a franchise quarterback. Not to say that Baker is necessarily a franchise quarterback because I think we're being pigeonholed into believing that Baker is a franchise quarterback based on our situation. We got him secured for this year. However, after this year, he's not secured. Obviously, the price is going to continue to go up the longer we wait. Lamar is going to get paid. So that's going to set the bar even higher. So the longer we wait, the more we hurt ourselves because who's trying to go back into the draft pool and select a kid for Cincinnati?
Loki, I don't know if we're hurting ourselves because I think Baker already knows how much money. Like, there's no way Baker knows or thinks in his mind he's gonna get 35 plus million, 40 million. Like, it don't matter who signs the contract. There's no way in his mind. Like, he has to be. He has to. Obviously, if his agent's in his ear talking, but there's no way he's getting that money. And I think the Browns know that. I think Andrew Berry knows that. I think Stefanski knows that. And I think they're weighing all their options. And when people ask what direction we're going to as far as quarterback, I don't think necessarily they know because there's still a lot of football to be played, and they don't really know who's going to be on the market. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to sit here and say that I want Derek Carr. I'm not going to sit here and say that I want a Matt Ryan. I'm not going to sit here and say that I want a Russell Wilson. Obviously, I want a Russell Wilson. But if any of those players come on the table, like Derek Carr, for instance, like, can you imagine what Derek Carr would do behind this offensive line with these running backs, with the coach who is going to protect you? And, I mean, obviously he makes, some silly decisions here and there. But let's not forget Derek Carr has been in an MVP kind of conversation multiple times in his career.
Exactly. And how many interceptions did Tom Brady throw this past yesterday? I mean, it happens. Whatever. Quarterbacks are going to make bad decisions. They're going to throw interceptions. People have this false speculation that quarterbacks just come out and go 20, 24 for 27, 300 yards, and 2 TDs with no interceptions every game. It doesn't happen. He's going to throw 1 or 2.
So
I'll take Derek Carr's 1 or 2 misses for Baker's constant.
Just inconsistency.
Oh my God, he's so inconsistent from his footwork.
It just sucks that it comes at this time though, because it's like any other time. Like, if the Browns weren't primed to actually make a Super Bowl run and have the talent that they have, it wouldn't be so bad, and we wouldn't sit here and question like, should we re-sign Baker? Like, it would be a foregone conclusion that we're gonna re-sign Baker because we would know that there would be time. But it's like the window is only gonna be open really for so long with this team. I mean, you got a lot of good talent on your team, and you can't sit here and waste it because we got emotional attachment to Baker just because we love him for what he did for us. Yeah. But so that's why it's like, if something comes along that's 100% better, then I'm 100% on board. But I'm not about to go in and be like, yo, I'm trying to think of a quarterback. Like, I was gonna say Kirk Cousins, but Kirk Cousins is low key. He low key would be an upgrade. Low key, not much of an upgrade. Which is like, I don't want to go in that not much of an upgrade direction. Like Marcus Mariota. People have been throwing that name out there. Will Marcus Mariota ever throw again? I don't want to take a chance on a project. Give me something that is a legit that I know is top 10. Hell, if you can get top 5, if Deshaun Watson can figure out his legal allegations, bring him on over. Bring him on over.
Listen. First of all, nobody is salivating at the mouth more than Miami right now. The Dolphins are like, but Tua just
he been balling.
Right back, he's balling right now. So it's like, stop disrespecting this kid. He's showing he's the guy. But my thing is, I mean, you gotta reach the off season. If you're AD and ownership, you have to reach this off season. I don't care. I know the pitch won't be anywhere beautiful enough for Aaron Rodgers to even consider, but you have to make the pitch.
I mean, the pitch is look. Aaron Rodgers probably wants to win a championship. There's a pitch to be made for that man. So I wouldn't close the door on anything, but that's going down the rabbit hole. Let's stay track on this game real quick because I want to ask you, there's no way we should have lost this game. A lot of people always like to point the quarterback and who to blame. Who is your person to blame for this loss? Where are you pointing the finger?
Honestly, it's gonna sound cliche and it's gonna probably even sound dumb to some people. I blame COVID.
Wow, I didn't think you were gonna go there.
Yeah, I blame COVID. Like, dude, listen. With the depleted team, this is the second time we had to deal with it personally. The first time we dealt with it was in the playoffs, where our own head coach wasn't on the sideline, and we pulled that game out. The difference between that time and this time was that, number one, there were more players that were, eliminated due to COVID. Also, the league's whole defense towards COVID was just ridiculous. I had no idea the players were being tested once a week if they're vaccinated. You're not going to... Who told... The CDC did not tell the NFL that is the correct way to handle it.
So I'm really blown. I'm blown right now. I cannot believe you went the COVID route. I'm talking about who is to blame for this game. We were up with 2 minutes left. They had 0 timeouts. Let's backtrack. Hold up now. Now I'm about to turn it up. We about to turn this up a little bit because there's no way you blamed COVID for this loss when we had an opportunity to seal the deal. Listen here. Okay? Everybody keeps saying fire Joe Woods. I'm not going down that road right now. Joe Woods, I get it. He didn't blitz yesterday. It looked pathetic, but look, this is what we are. Okay? We'll get into our DNA in a second. But what I want to go to, actually, we are going to go down that route. The DNA in our team is so apparent. It's so in our face that we are in such denial. And what I mean by that is we know what to expect from our team. We know if we get the lead, we're gonna play not to lose. We're gonna be conservative. We're gonna run the ball. We're gonna do short, chippy stuff to try to drain the clock. We know on defense, beginning of the game, we can get carved up. But there's something about our team; they get gritty when they need to. So yeah, we look bad in spots, but when it matters most, our defense always finds a way to pull through. That's who we are. So we can't look great all the time. But you know what else is us? We can't tackle to save our damn lives. Somebody out there. The coaching, the message, like Stefanski, I don't want to say we fire Stefanski. I think Stefanski is our coach. I love what he does with the team. But there may be a time where we cross that bridge and we got that Mark Jackson scenario where it's like maybe the message just ain't getting through. He could be a player coach. He reaches some people in certain areas, but their aura, their moxie, their makeup, it's on us to a T. And we can't have that because we already know Stefanski's game plan. We know he's a conservative coach. And it shows. How in the heck, on, what was it, 3rd and 11 or 4th and 11, they throw it to the tight end, and we just don't tackle him? He ran up the sideline for the first down and ran out of bounds, and not one person tried to tackle that man. That is on the player's execution, but that is in coaching. That happens in practice. You can tell that happens in practice because you practice how you play.
So I totally agree with you, Zay. I think my stance is specifically looking at the fact that I was missing key pieces on that defense. A lot of those players that we've seen in there, all respect to McNeiner and who else was out there?
Stewart was
Yo,
everywhere, but he was getting
Stewart,
cooked.
Stewart was
Oh my
great.
God, missing tackle,
But
bro. He had some
the
embarrassing
play,
breakdowns.
the play that gave them the field position to win
Was Stewart?
was Stewart.
I know.
So the reason why I even use COVID as the reason is because I'm missing a Grant Delpit. I'm missing a Rodney Harrison. I'm missing uh who's my guy? Newsome. Now, granted, he's in the concussion protocol, but coming out of concussion protocol, he runs into the COVID situation. So when you think about those guys, Troy Hill, but he's having like every time he's in, man, Troy Hill's having an underrated good season. But whatever. My point is this: you're missing those guys on the back end of that defense. The Raiders knew what they came here to do, and they went towards the back end of our defense. Like our linebackers played as best as they could play, which we know was one of our weaknesses. I know some of the linebackers personally, so I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna act like our linebackers are totally trash. But our linebacking core is a negative right now. However, that back end of that defense, man, a lot of those guys that's on the back end of the defense is underrated because they are play callers. Those are the guys that see things differently. They call out plays if it's an audible from the sideline, etc. Now, granted, we had Joe. Who was it? John Johnson was there, but he got injured. He came back. He wasn't himself. And so, what I'm trying to say is, those minor things, those minor tweaks, they matter. We got guys who pull.
I just feel like that's a cop out. Is like I get it. Like obviously, if we have our players, it's probably a different game. But I'm talking about like. We literally are up with 2 minutes left, and
I got you.
And we can't seal the deal. We had like, from what I heard,
what's funny?
from
I'm sorry to cut you off because you know what, you're right. And the reason why I'm gonna change my stance is because you know what, when our guys were healthy prior to COVID, we can't close out games to begin with. You spoke on our team's identity.
But that goes back to that. You said it. We cannot close out games. Who does that fall on? That's not falling on
coaching.
COVID.
That's coaching.
And it sucks because
execution.
It's execution and it's coaching.
Yeah.
It's coaching and execution because I hate the days where we lose and it's like what was the example? Who was it? It was against the Ravens. Our receivers let it. What's it? Oh, the Steelers. It was the Steelers game. Baker Mayfield played a decent game, and we come down the fourth quarter, make a drive. I think we had a costly penalty, and then Jarvis Landry dropped the pass. Hooper dropped the pass, and then Jarvis Landry fumbled. So the execution, the lack of just being able to close, man, that is in our DNA, man. And everybody, you can say, the coaches aren't out there making the plays. Yeah, you're right. But the coaches have to instill something into your players to where that you just don't see the good teams making those mistakes. You don't. At all. And that's usually because they have a good coach. Like the Steelers, there's no reason they should be 7-1, 8-1, 8-1, 7-1. Like Mike Tomlin is just that guy. John Harbaugh loses 18 players before the season even starts. Quarterback goes down with an ankle injury. We not switching up the playbook. We gonna stick with our playbook and we gonna trust Huntley. It's like there's something about coaching that we are missing. And I don't know, like I don't want to say you fix that by firing Stefanski because I think Stefanski has a lot to offer, but there's something there that just not is working.
So I feel like you're looking for same thing a lot of people I was listening to what they're looking for. We need a spark. We need that dog mentality. We need that because of Stefanski's, cliche, very mellow tone, even keel type of mentality, the team has adopted that. And now when we get in these crunch situations or when we're up,
we're too even killed.
We don't know how to just beat somebody's tail, for lack of better words. We don't know how to just
No,
Continue to
that's the
pound them.
You see, like plenty of games you could think of. The game where we had to lead on the Chargers, the game against the
Chargers,
Chiefs.
Lord have mercy.
I mean, there's plenty of times where we have the lead and we don't put our foot on the gas. And that's where it's like, if you're gonna have a quarterback like Baker Mayfield, right?
Right.
You can't be that conservative, because Baker Mayfield, as much as I hate to say it, he can't put the cape on his back and carry us to victory like a Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Lamar Jackson. Like, he may have that. He may have it. Like, the potential could be there, but from what we've seen, he's not going to go do it. So we can't rely on that. So like for instance, like when the play breaks down or something, he don't have that big play, that big explosion, that spark that you talking about ability. And when you got a coach who's not putting you in the best position to win, obviously it's gonna show. And that's why Baker Mayfield is the way that he is, and that's why we are the way that we are.
Do you feel like we would have won this game yesterday with Baker Mayfield and Stefanski on the sideline?
I mean, yeah, I think we should have won this game with Nick Mullins and Van Pelt as the offensive coordinator. I mean, that's why I don't like the blame the COVID thing, because it's like, yeah, if we have our players, obviously this game is played different. The score is probably different, but what we had and what we did everything we were supposed to do to win. We limited the mental errors. We created a turnover when we needed it most. We held the team to 17 points, 14 points going up into that kick. I mean, you put yourself in the best position to win with a third-string quarterback who was brought up from the practice squad, and you found a way to lose. That's the thing. They don't find a way to win; they find a way to lose. And I pinpoint that, and I go right to the momentum drive. Greedy Williams, man. Let's talk about Greedy for a second, because Greedy Williams, man, oh man, I think him getting injured was honestly the best thing that could have ever happened to him. And what I mean by that, when he came into this league, he had that LSU aura. He had that I made it. He had that I'm better than you. I'm going to just go ahead and just naturally be better. And you could see that on him. And him getting injured the first time, coming back, that we still didn't have a Greg Newsome, somebody that bona fide number 2. So he still kind of had that, I'm still here, my spot good. And then other players started to step up, and then he got injured again. For him, it shows what type of player and it shows what type of grit and attitude this guy has, because anybody else could have folded. Anybody else could have just gave up. Man, this man put his head down and would come in, make play. This, like, for this year, I'm talking, he comes in when needed, makes plays, does what he's asked to, and it seems like he's back on the bench when Newsome is back and everybody's healthy. It's like he's gone. And when
Newsome is better, though.
Newsome's better, but what I'm saying is, you need a Greedy Williams to have a third cornerback like that on your team who can make big plays, who is a lengthy 6'1", who can cover a tight end, who can cover the slot. Like, that's huge. So, and I think when I said Greedy coming into his own, how many big plays has Greedy made this year? Let's be real. He's made huge interceptions this year.
I mean, he has. I have such mixed emotions because I've also watched Greedy get burnt.
Everyone gets burnt. Joe Woods used to get. I mean, Joe Hayden was getting burnt in his prime when he was at Cleveland. He was known for press coverage. Denzel Ward got sunned on the very first drive.
Yeah, hey, wait. Denzel, I've been telling people a while, he's a very good corner. You pay him, obviously. He's a Pro Bowler again this year. Congratulations. However, they'll be getting exposed, boy. Like, I don't know what it is about this kid. Like, he's the type of kid, he's sporadic, too. He's like and people don't, I guess he doesn't get highlighted as much because as long as nobody's catching balls on him, then it's, acceptable for him to get abused here and there, whatever. Can't win them all. Denzel Ward is constantly getting abused, bro. But forget Denzel. Greedy Williams specifically, I watched in that Baltimore game that we won here at home. Huntley literally audibled at the line for the receiver who is being covered by Greedy. I was at the game. I'm literally in the dog pound watching this happen, bro. And 3 plays straight. 3 plays on 3 different drives though. They seen where Greedy was and went to that side on a streak. Now, I'm not saying it has anything to do
I
with
mean, he
speed.
not
I'm not
fast
saying this.
though.
Exactly, and that's why I said I'm not saying it has nothing to do with speed. It's his intangibles. So if you're not the fastest guy, everything is going to be based off 2 things: the way your feet move and the way your hips move. Greedy for whatever. Greedy is one of the most like for him to be so athletic and long. He's stiff. I don't know if it
So
comes
so
from
he don't be
injury.
making big plays. You sitting here telling me Greedy Williams don't make big plays?
How many big plays can you count on
Greedy
one
got like
hand?
3 picks this year, and he's only played limited games. Greedy Williams does not play as much as you. That's what I'm telling you. When Greedy Williams gets into the game, he makes the most of every moment that he gets. And he's got big interceptions in clutch situations multiple times.
But I've seen
Multiple.
him. But I've seen him multiple times be the victim of a touchdown or the
I've
positioning of a
seen I've
touchdown
seen Denzel Ward give up more touchdowns than Greedy Williams. Let's be honest.
because he plays more. Because he
That's
plays
still
more.
besides the but what I'm saying is it's the same thing with our defense. It goes back to what I said about the defense. Our defense gets carved. We see that every week. They come out. It's literally a
Right.
script. It's a written script. We come out. Offense looks decent or they're trash. It's either they look decent. No. It's either they look really good or they look really trash. There is no in between.
Okay.
Then our defense comes out. They come down the field and get carved up like a pumpkin right before Halloween every time. But that red zone comes, they get real gritty. A third down conversion come, they get real gritty. And something clicks when they need it most. So yeah, we see Greedy Williams get torched. I mean, every other time we looking up, we like, God damn, Greedy getting messed up again.
Right.
But then you look and it's like big third down conversion, deflected pass. Who's there? Greedy Williams. We need a turnover. We just scored off a 6-minute drive. Greedy Williams is there with an interception.
But can we not overdo it? I guess is my point. Can we not just like make it seem like Greedy is just locking guys up, or he's just showing up?
I said he's coming into his own. Don't try to blow it like I'm blowing it out of proportion. He's coming into his own.
Hey, the interception he caught last night was gift wrapped. I seen the wrapping paper on the football. Like Derek wrapped
It sounds like a cop out.
signed it, and just underhand threw the football to Greedy Williams. That interception, it was a bad decision from Derek. It was a bad throw from Derek, and Greedy was taking the position. I'm not taking it away from the kid. Whatever, he got to still make the catch. But I think Greedy is more of a victim at times than he is a hero. That's all.
All right, well let's jump forward a little bit. Someone from the YouTube chat, the man Mr. Elmore says, "Yo, the real question is who and what are we drafting?" Now I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna leave this up to you because I know you keep up with this stuff more than me. I haven't really looked at the charts. I haven't kept up with college football like that, so I don't know nothing right now. I haven't done my homework. I'm not gonna lie to you. So, but I know you probably got a better feel for this type of stuff. So, let's just say, who do you want in the draft? Where do you want the Browns to address most?
I'll just go off position, and I'll say first pick because of where we're going to be drafting. You got to go receiver. Jarvis. As much as I love Jarvis, and Lord, I wish Jarvis could retire in a Brown jersey. It's just not going to happen. So Jarvis is out of there for whatever reason. Rashard Higgins in his situation, he fits so well with Baker, but they don't like to use him. He's constantly a healthy scratch. It's always some drama behind the scenes with Hollywood Higgins. I cannot figure it out. I don't understand it. Whatever. So he might be out of here. Remember, he's on a 1-year deal. They believe in this Schwartz kid, whatever. They love his speed, but he cannot run routes to save his life. And so that leaves Donovan Peoples-Jones. Okay, so you're looking at a roster next year where you might just have Donovan Peoples-Jones, Anthony Schwartz, Jarvis, depending on his contract situation. So that, and then the rest of the guys are throwaways and 1 year here and there, right? So I think we have to address that wide receiver position. especially based on where we're drafting. We'll be able to get one or two of the top wide receivers in the nation. If you don't go that route, don't go line.
We don't need a line. No.
We don't need a line.
I agree with that.
You go linebacker based on where you're drafting. So if you can't get that top flight receiver, if you can't get one of the top three, whatever, however the board falls, get you a linebacker because, Lord, we are suffering linebacker. I don't know. I have faith in my boy Mac Wilson. Shout out to Mac, still a huge fan. Taki
made some plays last night.
He did. I like Taki. You know what? Taki's more of like a outside linebacker / special teams linebacker that you can just plug and play, situational. He's more of a strength. We need a total package linebacker, bro. We don't have.
I mean, JOK could be that guy though.
JOK could be that guy, but I think they like JOK. He's so fat. Do you see JOK?
That man is built different, bro. But before we get off on that topic, he says rumors are we supposed to get quarterback Pickett from Pitt by trading up, and also Garrett Wilson from O State is a favorite too. Do you? Would you have a problem with the Browns? Let's just say they don't go quarterback early first round because that would be crazy. In my mind, I think taking a quarterback in the first round would be crazy. Would you have a problem with them wasting a pick on maybe a second, third round where you get quality players in the draft on a quarterback?
No. Do it, please.
Wow.
Have you seen Baker play this year? Absolutely.
But that would be exactly the route we don't want to go down though.
But it kind of is because see, here's the thing about Baker Mayfield. Two things we know for sure. One, he plays better with a chip on his shoulder. And two, the negative, he needs everything to be right. So if you bring Pickett in, second round pick, whatever, he's not going to fall that far. We all know that. But let's just say so, right? You bring a young quarterback in here to groom behind Baker. Baker's going to obviously be offended by that, especially because there's no contract on his desk. So with that being said, it's probably up the play of Baker going into a year where he has to get paid or he has to go. So, you know what I'm saying? And or you get that quarterback in the second or third round and you stash him. You trade Baker if you can't get somebody in the offseason. That's the way I'm going. I'm not going to sit there and play around with it.
So are you riding with Baker next year?
No. Here's the thing. I'm not married to Baker because I'm married to the Browns. I think too many people are married to Baker, and they don't care about the overall team of the Browns. I don't think people really realize we have another year of Denzel. We have a few more years of Greedy, as you just brought up. We got
Miles under contract, Taylor under contract, Chubb under contract.
Right. So we have a window of maybe 2 to 3 years, bro, to get this championship. If we're not talking Super Bowl, we shouldn't be signing anybody because it's pointless. So we have a 2 to 3 year window to solidify a Super Bowl in Cleveland, right? Why are we wasting those 2 or 3 years? We already wasted this year. Why are we wasting it? Because we don't want to hurt Baker's feelings, or we think Baker is the guy. We're not sure. We all can agree Baker has proven to not be the guy.
All right.
We all, you know what I'm saying?
So I'll put the scenario on you then. All right, let's just say Browns fall short of the playoffs. But let's just say we fall short, but it wasn't our fault. Let's say we handled business, but Baltimore took care of their business and they won out. Okay. And we missed the playoffs. Off seasons here, contract situations are swirling, and the draft is right around the corner. Trade rumors are here and there. Aaron Rodgers is out of the picture. Russell Wilson's out of the picture. Deshaun Watson's out of the picture. You've got 4 options. You've got Baker Mayfield, one more year.
Okay.
You've got Derek Carr, you've got Matt Ryan, and you got the draft. Out of those 4, and you're Andrew Berry, assuming, like I said, we missed the playoffs by handling our business, but we only missed it because the Ravens handled their business. Which pick are you going to go?
Derek Carr.
That seemed pretty easy, I guess.
Derek Carr.
Even if you only get Derek Carr for 2 years.
I'll say Derek Carr for 2 years because I have my 2 to 3 year window. With this defense, bro, we have a championship type defense, right? We're holding teams to 16, 15, 14 points a game. The issue is the offense can't score because we have a quarterback who is incompetent and inconsistent and can't throw the ball more than 15 yards accurately.
So, do you know who Drake London is?
Are you talking about the college quarterback?
Yeah, people are saying that Cavs season says I think Drake London would be a good pick, a great pick.
Yeah, I mean, listen, those. So yeah, if you're talking second, third round, but those guys aren't going to last that long. Now they could. We're talking about the draft, bro. Anything can happen on that night. If those guys fall, you got to reach. You have to reach, especially if you missed on your potential star quarterback in the offseason. So if all the offseason packages have gone away, we're here at the draft, we got this second round pick, you absolutely spend it on a quarterback. Why not?
You absolutely spend it on a quarterback. This isn't even a great quarterback draft. When the Browns need, the Browns, like you said, we need receiver. We need linebacker. We could use somebody in the interior. We could use another pass rusher. We could definitely use some safeties, like a legit safety. That's where you get them in the second and third round. So you want to go insurance policy on a guy who probably isn't even going to be better than Baker. Where you could get maybe a starting caliber safety or a starting caliber linebacker. You would go quarterback.
We don't need another safety. And the only reason why I would take quarterback in the second or third round versus a defensive end, et cetera, is because the same reason why you don't want the quarterback, with him being young and need to be groomed and might not be as better, it puts us in the same predicament. It's just on the defensive side. That defensive end is not going to...
No, it doesn't put us in the same predicament because, like you said, we have a Super Bowl caliber defense, and if you can add a guy,
mediocre quarterback.
But if you can add a guy like that could be, I don't know, who can contribute on a level like JOK at a safety position or in the interior. Could you imagine what that would do for the defense? At that point, you're talking about like a Baltimore style defense, like this is a man's game.
For sure. Here's the thing, though, bro. Like, the way we got JOK, that's a crapshoot. And AB is a great crap shooter, okay? So, here's the thing. You're not going to go get another JOK in the second, third round, okay? That, like I said, that shame on the NFL, other execs for passing on him. Kudos to AB for just being that guy, right? AB is definitely prone to doing it his way. His way works. So if he says I'm not touching the QB to the third round, I'm okay with that. Because that's a third round guy that's going to sit on our bench regardless of what we do with Baker, regardless of who we sign, regardless of who we trade for. What I'm saying is the team goes as the quarterback. You know how this goes, right? So you can have the elite receivers. You can have, and for so long, bro, we had the elite receivers. We had
Odell.
Tight ends. We had Odell.
Hey, people are mad at me. Wait, hold on. I just want to backtrack real quick. I'm getting ripped right now. Matt Ryan should not be a effing option. Don't ever effing mention Matt Ryan as an option. I'm getting destroyed from... Listen here. I want to be the first to say, I by no stretch of the means am a Matt Ryan fan, okay? I just want to make that clear, okay?
Clear that up.
Like, I don't like Matt Ryan. I've just, I'm not really a fan. I thought he was overrated. But I'm also a realist, and I know what I see, and I know what I'm good at looking at potential. Like, the potential, I'm good at picking that out. If
you see potential,
just listen. With our offensive line, with our offense that was supposed to be so good on paper, right? If you plug in a quarterback that can go get you 300 yards when you need it, who was an MVP caliber guy, who has been to the Super Bowl, who's a veteran. Like you said, it's only a two to 3 year window. I'm not asking for a lot. I'm asking for give me 1 year. Let me see what you can do. He put him in. Look, he balled out that game. The coach. We go back to coaching. Kyle Shanahan got conservative. They started running the. They did stupid things. But let me just get back on to Matt Ryan. Hold on. Okay. I'm just saying, if you gave Matt Ryan, the man been throwing to Calvin Ridley. He's been throwing to. I mean, he had Julio, but. You give him these weapons with this defense. You're not asking him to be Superman. You asking him to go out there and be better than Baker. And
he hasn't seen that season where he was the MVP and the Super Bowl driven. I mean, he lost the Super Bowl. Let's be real. And he hasn't been that quarterback in a solid 4 years, bro. Now, granted, I get you what you're saying. He didn't have a weapon. He had a Calvin Ridley.
Hold on.
He had a Julio.
Let me just see. Hold on.
Look who Derek Carr had around him in Oakland.
Exactly. Derek Carr is carrying Oakland.
He's been carrying them. So here's my thing. That's why I chose Derek Carr in the 4 options you gave me. Look at it. Derek, with the lack of weapons, with a whirlwind of terrible coaching, must we go down the Gruden pathway? Okay. You bring Carr over here and as a leader and driven as he is, knowledgeable as he is, and the decisions that he makes when they're good, you'll take his bad mistakes.
Listen, let me go ahead and dive on you, okay? I'm about to dive in on you. Look, when Derek Carr has protection, okay?
Yeah.
We're gonna go back to 2017. Was that a Super Bowl year?
Sure.
No, that couldn't have been a Super Bowl. It was 2016 was a Super Bowl year. Okay, he was sacked a lot this year. His MVP season was or close to MVP season. He won MVP, right? 4,900 yards, 4,900 yards, 4,400 passing yards. That was in 2016.
Yeah,
right. Before that, 4,500 yards. He was only sacked 4% of the time. He was sacked 31 times actually. Holy crap. Matt Ryan has never had protection really. But when he has had protection, 13-3, 10-6, 11-5, 10-6.
Yeah.
If you make it easy for a guy like that, I feel like he's gonna throw for 4,500. You talk about why isn't Jarvis getting the ball? Jarvis would have 6-7 touchdowns. You telling me Jarvis won't have 6-7 touchdowns with Matt Ryan at quarterback? You telling me Nick Chubb life wouldn't be made easier because they gotta respect the guy who can play action, throw it deep, and who can make the NFL throws? I'm just saying it would. I'm not, like I said, I don't like Matt Ryan. I feel like I'm pleading for a guy that I love. I don't love this guy. I don't like him. I could go even far to say I don't like him. But I'm also I just want to see. I would love to see the opportunity. Exactly. That's what it is. I just want to see good quarterback play. And I think if you put Matt Ryan in our backfield, he could make a little noise.
What's so funny is, bro, we're so thirsty for good quarterback play. We're talking about Matt Ryan right now. Like, bro, that's goes to show you how terrible, inconsistent Baker has truly been. And this is my only thing, bro. This is why I said, yes, you take a quarterback in the second or third round.
Sounded like a B-Rabbit in his first time at the shelter.
Listen, you gotta secure your franchise, man. The team goes as the head coach and the quarterback goes. Without a quarterback, we have a head coach. He might not do everything that we want him to do, and maybe we'll change the assistants. This upcoming season, get some fireballs in there, whatever. But that's an easy fix.
What's an easy? Wait. What's an easy fix?
The spark, the energy, the grit, you know what I'm saying?
I think we have that though. Like, we
do what our back is. We need that like out the gate.
I think we need that in like it goes back to when I said situational football. I think we need that when it matters most, and it's like we make the plays when we need to. We just can't finish. And that is a product from the coaching.
But bro, that's just having that dog mentality. That 48 minutes, I'm gonna punch you in your mouth. I don't care about you. You don't care about me. I don't like you. You don't like me. I'm not your friend. See, Stefanski is a nice guy, right? He's a he's just a good guy. He's just a nice guy, even keel. So our team kind of indoctrinated that natural you know emotions towards the game, where it's like they're helping up people off the ground. Stop doing that.
Miles Garrett likes to show. He likes to show sportsmanship. What do you expect?
Miles, get your get your tail over here and get ready to punch him back in the mouth, okay? Screw all that helping guys up and laughing. We're patting them. Oh my god, it drives me crazy, bro.
All right, well, I feel that. It drives me freaking crazy too. All right, it drives me crazy. But let's get into before we close this out. We got Green Bay coming up on Christmas Day. We're hoping that Baker Mayfield clears protocol, which he probably should, especially with all of these things going into effect. No, no one cleared yet today. No one cleared today. But we should be getting some of those guys back. Obviously, a lot of people from what I'm hearing think they like Green Bay by double digits. What do the Browns need to do to go out there and get this win on Saturday?
All right, man. Look, we're gonna keep it simple, man. We got 3 jobs to do. Win your position. Okay. So line, beat the man in front of you. Wide receivers, make the right route, beat the man in front of you. Cornerbacks, linebackers, safety, defensive line, beat the guy in front of you. Let's keep it very simple. So that comes down to execution. And that's something that we struggle with for whatever reason. Okay? So execution, number 1. Number 2, you got to be hungry for 48 minutes. This whole coming out and we either punch him in the mouth and we get lax, or we get punched in the mouth, stay lax until it's time to punch him. No. Come out willing and able to fight 48 minutes. Please stop it with the whole sportsmanship and just we are playing for our football lives right now. Okay? Execution and grit. Lastly, Stefanski. Run the ball.
We ran it though, man.
Listen, gotta run the ball. It's Green Bay, bro. They don't have the best rush.
Man, bump up. The Baltimore Ravens put up 30 with a backup with 20 plus players down. If we don't go out here and do something, come on, man.
But that's good quarterback play.
So now Huntley's the best. They were down 14. You telling me the backup quarter Huntley was down 14 and came back?
Yeah, but bro, listen, that's my point. The kid had like 100 yards rushing and like 200-300 yards passing, like on that comeback. Baker's not that player, so we have to be conservative.
We gotta execute.
That was the first thing I said. First thing first, we gotta execute. Please just beat the man in front of you. Damn.
Look here. Here's my kid. Let me show some grit. Oh yeah, go through. So the 3 was and last. Go ahead. My fault.
No, you good. Number 1, execution. Beat the man in front of you. Number 2, show some grit for 48 minutes, not 47, not 47.50. 48 full minutes of nonstop. I hate you. Okay, we've got to. And 3, we have to. When I say run the ball, I don't mean just come out and run the ball 10 times straight in 3 different drives. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is get back to what we do best. That running game we had last year was totally different from the run game today. What happened to the off-zone reads? What happened to the everybody's running right? Chubb's cutting left. Beating one man on the end. What happened to that?
I don't know.
We got away from that. We don't zone read anymore. What happened to the option? We don't even run the option anymore.
They about to put Kareem at kicker. I'm dead.
I mean, they are wild for that. I'm not stepping on that. Yeah, so that's my 3.
So what I think needs to happen, I think you obviously made some good points. Number 1, I will say, Joe Woods, you can't play prevent defense on Aaron Rodgers. I'm sorry. If you send 4 on Aaron Rodgers every play, I'm sorry, they're gonna put up 40. It's gonna be a long Sunday. I'm not gonna want to commentate it. It's gonna be a long Sunday. So Joe Woods, you have to send pressure. I know Aaron Rodgers is good with making plays with his feet and scrambling. You got to contain him, but we have to send pressure. We have to make it somewhat difficult. He's gonna sniff out all the easy bull, and it's literally gonna be Christmas dinner. So send the pressure. Number 2. Situational football. Please feel the game out. Like, in the beginning of the game, when we was punting it on 4th down and stuff like that, all I could think about was, man, Stefanski would go for that. But, they stuck to their game plan, and they stuck to it a little bit too hard. They didn't feel the situation when they needed to most. And I'm talking about right off the interception. Like, we want you to run the ball, but come on, situational football tells you right there you got to do something a little bit different. You got to be smarter. So be aware of the situational football at hand, because there's going to be points in time where you can take advantage, or there's going to be points in times where you could be aggressive, and just feel the situation out. Number 3, play like your damn life depends on it. I mean, it does. Like, it doesn't, but like, for your confidence going into these next... No, it doesn't, because if we lose this week, the playoffs aren't over. This is against what matters is the last 2 games the most. Like I said,
you want to win all of these.
You want to, but you don't need... We don't need this game. We don't need this game. No. We need it for our confidence, but I'm talking about playoff picture. If we can still win the division, if Baltimore loses, and we can still lose tomorrow, lose Saturday, and still find a way to win the division. But we just need to come out here and act like it's our life dependent on it, because we need that.
Life in the hands of Baltimore, put their life in the hands of the Chiefs. Like, I don't want to do that. Win now, bro. Win now. Effort. We're here. Like, we gotta. All the other, it has to go out the window. We need to win now.
We gotta win, but I want, and also just a little honorable mention. I want the fans to just relax. I am just as nervous, right? I am just as anxious. I am just as upset. But let's just relax. He says, we need all 3 games. No, we don't. It would look good if we win all 3. We're basically guaranteeing ourselves in. But we basically guarantee ourselves in, so we can control it a little bit more. But I've listened all day. They ran through the scenarios. If we lose against Green Bay, we can still win the division. That's a fact. So it isn't over. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, but go out there and act like your life depends on it, because we need to see something. Go out. Matter of fact, instead of going out there and playing like your life depends on it, go up there and put up 21 points. Go up there and put 28 points, 30 points. Make it convincing. Show us that the offense can be alive. Right, exactly. This is a man's game. Like what we talking about? This is a man's game.
For real. Let's go.
So that's what I'm hoping to look for this week. And I just want the fans to just, like, enjoy these next three games, no matter how hard it's gonna be, because I tell you what, if you think missing the playoffs is gonna hurt and suck, man, you gonna be in for a long off season when we gotta talk about it for months at a time about what are we gonna do? Are we gonna find a quarterback? Like, it's gonna be it's gonna be long.
It's going to be brewing for a long 4 months.
Yeah. But I'm excited. I'm definitely excited, and I'm excited that we kicked off this first episode. It was a little rocky today. We didn't get your visual on there, but hopefully for future references, you'll be sitting right here next to me, so we don't have to worry about that. I appreciate whoever was here today, whoever stayed in the TikTok live, whoever stayed in the YouTube live, Mr. Elmore, Phono, Cavs Season, Isaiah, Will Gibbs, G. Bush, Carmelo and Malone, Dog Check in the TikTok chat, Fat in the TikTok chat, RM, Mikey, Sean, Chris, a lot of guys that probably aren't in there now, but whoever was in here, you guys are officially OGs, because I'm telling you now, we got 7 people just watching right now on the YouTube. We had up to I think we had over 20 on the TikTok at one point. I'm telling you now, this gonna blow up. We gonna go to the top. Oh, I know exactly who Mr. Elmore is. I wonder why. You know, Jay, you can piss off, okay? But y'all are the OGs now, and I'm telling you now, 2022, the CrocPot is gonna be cooking. I don't want to be the guy to be like, man, July 1st or January 1st, we about to take it. No, I wanted to start it now, so no matter how rocky it was, how shaky it was, I wanted to kick this off to let y'all know that the boy is serious, and we about to take this podcast and stuff to the next level. The Cavs are playing phenomenal basketball, so once this season's over, we gonna be transitioning the content into basketball for sure. So be on the lookout for that. Make sure you guys like the page, subscribe it, and obviously you guys are already on the TikTok. Y'all be doing the thing on the TikTok, but get on this YouTube thing for me and be on the lookout, because we about to pump out this content. We about to pump out these podcasts. We about to get it popping. My man Daryl here, right? And he gonna be rocking the show with me a lot. And like I said, we didn't get to have him on the screen today. Things were a little shaky. Stream crashed. That's because my PC be tripping. But we gonna get all this stuff under order. And for all the people that been here today, look, hey, I appreciate y'all OGs, man. I appreciate y'all OGs. Daryl, you got anything you want to say before we get up out this thing?
Yeah, what Odell say, I got to reference Odell. Just because, look at his situation. Look at what the Browns did. Yeah, I got to reference. He said, played up.
Lord Wood.
Lord
Wood. Oh, that's funny.
Hey, much love to all the CrocPot followers. And shout out to Zay, man, doing big things. It's always a pipeline until people blow up. You feel what I'm saying? Like, nobody believes until somebody blow up. Once somebody blow up, then they want to say, oh, this is the greatest thing ever. It's great now. If you're still here, welcome to greatness. Let's go.
Well, that is going to do it for the first episode of the CrocPot podcast. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Like I said, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. Make sure y'all stay cooking with the Croc, man, because you already know we be cooking up the content. I appreciate each and every one of y'all, and we'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace out. Beautiful. I'm sorry.